First official vlog of 2020. Before I catch up on my month, I'm gonna make a coffee first. Obviously. Doug spilled his coffee the other day, went all up our walls, all up the stairs. Luckily our carpet is coffee coloured, but we can't get it out of the wall because we stupidly painted the whole house in matte emulsion, which is completely unwipeable. So a job on our list to do, paint over that. I thought we'd come up here because the sun is shining and it makes me so happy. We've had the most miserable weather recently. There's nothing major to catch you guys up on from this month. I've enjoyed taking a step back. I've made the most of some extra time to do things I enjoy. I've been cooking lots and organising the house quite a bit. I've just realised if you don't follow me on Instagram, you're probably thinking Rhiannon has straight hair. Who is this person? I'd had this urge to straighten my hair for a while. You know that kind of urge you have where, I don't know, when you want your fringe cut and you know it's probably a bad idea. You get your fringe cut and a couple of weeks later you're full of regret. And I thought when I straighten my hair, I'd get it out of my system, completely regret it, because I've always hated myself with long hair, straightened hair. I am trying to wear it out a bit, not too much, but just sort of to here, so that when I do wave it, it's sort of, I don't know. Anyway, it's alright. I straightened my hair thinking I was going to regret it, and I actually quite liked it, and I've been straightening it since. However, 2 days after I decided that I was going to start straightening my hair straighteners packed up. They finally died. I got these on my 14th birthday. Although they've had years where they've not been used, they have had a lot of use and they've done me so well. For those of you who have been following me a few years, you may remember when I straightened my hair when I was pregnant and when Delilah was very young, and at the time these were doing this weird buzzy noise every time I used them and moved them. They didn't blow up, but they did just cut out. So I was using them a couple of days after I first straightened my hair thinking, oh, I'm really enjoying straight hair life. It's so much easier for me to do. It takes a long time, but it takes way less time than curling it, and then once it's straightened I can generally go a day or so without having to re-straighten it. It's so freeing because it means I don't have to plait my hair before bed, because before I was plaiting my hair, making it a little bit damp. I'd have to make sure I left it a certain amount of time so it could dry. It was just becoming a bit of a hassle, and I hated sleeping with plaits and having to plait my hair every night before bed. So enjoying having straight hair. Straighteners broke, but I got them fixed because I know from reading reviews that the newer version of the thick GHDs are nowhere near as they're probably better for your hair, but they're nowhere near as good at straightening thick coarse hair. I had a Google, I found a website that repairs GHDs. I sent them, I paid about £35 and then about £7 for postage, sent them off, and within a few days they were back and fixed. I saved myself about £100 and I saved these from going to landfill and buying a new pair. The only other big-ish update is Delilah's school application is all sent off. I did apply when it opened in November and the deadline was earlier on this month, so yeah, there's no going back now. It's officially applied for and she starts school in September. She's very excited. She keeps seeing the school and going, when am I going? I keep having to say, when you're 4 in September, but she will get a few days there in July just to settle, and then they have a couple of weeks in September where they do half days, and yeah, it's all very exciting and I'm really pleased that she's excited. Now, for those of you who enjoy a good old Organise, shall I get on and show you what I've done so far? I started with these drawers underneath our bed. This one did not look like this a month ago. It's a drawer that has all our spare toiletries in, sanitary products, travel products, and it was full to the brim, had no organisation to it. It was driving me nuts. You know, I'd get my time of the month and I'd be rummaging through the drawers thinking, where are my tampons? So I finally organised it, and I cannot tell you how happy this makes me. Oh, I haven't got my ring on yet. I should probably put my ring on. I know a lot of people find it odd that I take my ring off every night, but I just can't sleep with jewellery on. I can sleep with my necklace on. That doesn't bother me too much, but I need to take my ring off at night. I can't have it on 24/7, but sometimes I forget to put it on. And then in here, it was just as bad. It was a complete state, couldn't find anything, and now when any of us get ill, we actually know where everything is and we can find it. Probably started on the most boring area, but I cannot tell you how easier it makes my life having organised drawers like that. You may notice that this is new. I've actually had this shelf since we moved in here. I bought it with the intention to put it on this wall, and then I never did because I had that rattan mirror which is just tucked away behind the chest of drawers because I don't know where to put it now. I love it, but there's nowhere to put it. But because I had that, this didn't quite fit in with that, and so I just decided to do the mirror, and I was far too worried about putting this in the wrong place, so I just never put it up. But I was getting sick of everything being down here and having that basket with just overflowing things, and although I could just neatly put this stuff down here, I think it looks nicer up here, just looks neater. Just need to fill in a little bit of the wall where the plasters come away. I can try and link these. They're Bloominville. You can get bigger ones of these, and I like that you can adjust the shelves so they just hook on like that. Just popped my makeup, some perfumes. These came in a set of a couple of big glass storage jars and a few small ones. They're from IKEA, and I've used one of these up here just to pop any spare hairbands and hair clips I want to grab easily rather than having to go under the bed. I've popped this little fella here, just shoved some books up here, popped a picture there, and I thought that'll do. And this clock, which I can most likely link, I'll try and link what I can. This clock we bought for the kitchen. And something else waiting to go up, which came yesterday, is this cloud toilet roll holder. If you've never seen these before, you're probably thinking, what on earth is this? You can't really see it very well, can you? I turn you around. There we go. So it's a concrete toilet roll holder, and once it's got loo rolls in, it looks really good. I saw this so long ago, and it pops up here and there on my Instagram, and I always thought that it would be too big for our bathroom, but they do different sizes, and this is a small one and it fits perfectly in our bathroom, and I thought it would be a way of popping something on the wall, adding a bit of interest whilst being practical at the same time. Found it on Wayfair for about £30–40 less than the original price. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have got it for the actual price that it is, but you know, it's something that you're going to have for a long time. Have some very minor updates in the bathroom. We have new towels, finally. I really didn't like those dotty blue towels that we had. I bought them really cheap when I got my first flat, and I was 21 when I got my, so I've had them a long time, and they were really scratchy, and I just didn't really like the look of them anymore. So I took advantage of the White Company sales and picked myself up these. I can, like I said, I will link what I can. Down here I ordered my own face towel because for years I've used a hand towel sized towel to clean my face, not clean my face, dry my face. Every time people come round, they just assume, even if it's hanging on here, they just assume that that's the towel to use to wipe their hands, and it's what I use to wipe my face. I now just have a small face towel. I got it in a dark charcoal colour because then you're not going to see any makeup, and makeup's quite hard to get out of towels, so even if I wash it and the stains don't come out, you don't notice it. For so long I've wanted towels that feel luxurious and fluffy when you use them, and now we have those towels. And then here I've just popped a temporary command hook because I need to get a proper hook, but also I'm slightly worried about drilling into the tiles in case we break them. But for now I've just popped this up here, and I've popped one of these Arctic waffle towels, which I don't think they do anymore, but I popped one of these here, and now we have an actual hand towel, and I'm feeling a little bit happier with this area. We'll just ignore the fact that the towel rail is a little bit rusty and we do need to replace that at some point. We currently don't have a panel on the bath. It had been broken for ages. When we moved in it was all warped, and the other day Delilah ripped it, and initially it was oh moment, but then we realised we could probably just take the whole plastic covering off, sand it down, treat it and coat it with a waterproof paint. So it's currently in the kitchen waiting for us to do that, and I think it will look much better. No updates in here. Oh, there's not a major update in Delilah's room, but you'll see here I've been doing some paint swatches because at some point next month, maybe, once I've decided on paint colour and gotten the other bits for her kind of mini room makeover, we're going to redo her room, and I want to do it over a whole weekend so I can film it and do kind of a makeover video. That's why those are up there on the wall. So I'm very excited to do over her room and finally put bookshelves and things like that on the wall. You'll be pleased to know I finally sorted out this drawer in the kitchen. How satisfying is this? I've ordered lots of these boxes from IKEA. When we moved in, I ordered a couple of them originally for in here, and we put another shelf up, and I just used these to organise bits and bobs. So I ordered loads more for in here, and now it's just much more organised. Then in this bottom drawer, we finally have an organised pan cupboard. It was somewhat organised when we moved in, but because there was nowhere to put all these small bits, and it just, oh, we just weren't very good at keeping it organised, and I gave up. These are slightly shallower but bigger boxes from IKEA, and I've just popped NutriBullet parts and electric whisk, measuring jug and things like that in here. You may have noticed that there was a lot more space in there because the spices are out of the cupboard and they are up here now. Thank you to the person who recommended getting this from IKEA. This is a cupboard organizer. It just gives some height so I can layer the spices. It takes up less room on the shelves, and actually it makes it easier to see what we've got. Next, I need to tackle this area because it's it's a bit of a mess. One thing I want to show you are these clips from Zara. I don't often shop on Zara Home, but these caught my eye. They're fab for kitchen stuff, and I bought a white set and a black set. I especially like these for keeping stuff that's out on display on here sealed, because they look nice. But then after using them, I realised that they're really practical, and I'm going to get some more because you know those plastic ones. I won't get it out, but you see that plastic one there? I find that they're really impractical to use because if the packet's too thick, then you can't close them. They generally don't, although you can get different sizes, they generally don't cover the whole of the packet, and I just don't think they're just not very good, but these go on so easily. And today I really need to organise this drawer. As you can see, I got a little bit impatient and started organising our vitamins into one of these boxes. But how convenient is that? And everything is just in one place. But the rest of this drawer needs a major sort. And I also want to sort this cupboard out because although it's somewhat organised, it doesn't really look like it right now. It's really difficult to keep everything in its place. So yeah, I'm going to tackle these two drawers first. This is a very sad looking drawer. Gonna have to get the Hoover out. This I accidentally bought again from IKEA. The measurements on the website certainly weren't the measurements of this. I originally bought that to go in here, which I've also organised a little bit. Found this on Amazon. I don't like the look of it, which is why I was hoping this would fit, but it's way too big, and I ordered this so that I could organise all our bags, vegetable bags, and usually there's loads of tea towels here, but they're in the wash at the moment, and I need to order another one to pop up here to organise all our wax wraps. And sorry, I don't know if you can see anything because it's so sunny. soup and have some lunch because it's 1:30. I need to get some food in me before I carry on doing anything else. I'm gonna have it with some very stale bread that we bought a few days ago. Hopefully, if I warm it up a bit, I can revive it. Drawer is nice and tidy. I've left this section here for bread because obviously when you buy a new loaf of bread, it will take up most of this. I tried to use that big metal thing and it was just getting in the way because of these biscuit jars. So instead we've got vitamins. These are Delilah's multivitamins, which she takes every day. And the ones I generally take are the Samcol and the vitamin D and B complex. Always take advantage of the 3 for 2 offer at Boots, which is why we have so many in here. In here I've decided to pop oat bars, and then I have mine in here which Delilah also loves. So generally Delilah will have any of this stuff. We've got a stray box of raisins. These are the more savoury snacks. We've got these chickpea crisps, which she loves. This has turned into a bit of a tour of everything, hasn't it? And also these cheeky peas, which Delilah loves. And then in here, I'm not completely happy with this drawer. I don't feel like I quite utilised the space the best I can, but yeah, it's looking much better. And here is just lots of jars. And I guess when I use these for spices that I get from the zero waste shop, these will get out of the way, so I guess there'll be more room in here. And I've kept these for being able to go and get things again from the zero waste shop. And then these jars I just use to store things in. So the other week I made a load of pasta sauce and I stored them in here until I could get to the shop to get some of these reusable sandwich bags. Pop the sauce in here and then I just put them in the freezer. You may have seen Delilah's new bed in the background. I ordered it a little bit prematurely, I think. I ordered it thinking maybe we'd do her room in the next week or so, but I want to order a few things and I'm not finding the paint that I want, and also we need to find a weekend that Delilah can go to Dog's parents and we can crack on with her room so that she can come back home and it can be a surprise. I mean, she knows it's happening. I was talking to her about her new bed. She keeps showing everyone. She's like, look, it's my new bed. And I said, oh, would you like your walls painted pink? And she asked if she could have it sparkly, and I thought, oh, I don't really want to put glitter on the walls because I can imagine that's not the easiest thing to get off. So I said, oh, can't get sparkly paint. Told a bit of a fib, but I said I could get her something sparkly to decorate her room with, and then she just got so excited and she said, oh, Mummy, it's going to be beautiful. So cute. But anyway, she doesn't know about it, but I do want it to be a surprise and a big reveal. But anyway, so that's her bed in the background. How do I make this bread softer? I'm just going to pop it in the microwave for a bit and hope for the best. May have microwaved the bread a little bit too long. Some soup and bread and a couple of chalky biscuits later, and I am ready to prime the bath panel. Yeah, bath panel. We picked this up from Homebase over the weekend. It's just a basic wood and metal primer, quick drying, 2-in-1. I'm just gonna pop this on the table. I was gonna pop it on the floor on a bed sheet, but actually it'd be easier to just put it on the table. Don't worry about my clothes. It's a fairly quick job. I shouldn't get any paint on me. This is really heavy. Oh my god. Oh. Listen to BBC Radio 1.
Streaming BBC Radio 1 from the BBC.
Oh, this is thick. First coat done. I'm just gonna let that dry. Whilst I let that dry, I'm going to start tackling the shelves and the trolley over there. Popping a jumper on because I've opened the door and all the windows to help ventilate the room. I have been living in this jumper from Arket. It's so warm, and it's the perfect kind of crew neck jumper. I have a navy blue cashmere one from Pure, but I've wanted one that's similar but in a dark charcoal, and this is it. I knew I would find a long lost garlic. It's even started to sprout. Finally, I know how many tins of tomatoes and how many tins of coconut I have. These are probably my staple tins of food items, minus tuna and sweet corn. Oh, and baked beans. I need to buy some more baked beans because these are the last tin that we have. It's a cheesy songs kind of playlist day. Google, pause. I'm struggling to vlog because I'm enjoying this playlist Spotify found me. Cover my address. Going to pop these in the snacks cupboard. These were a PR send out from Livia's Kitchen. One of my favourite brands, so it was very welcome. No, actually I'm not on any PR list. I don't want to be, because I don't like being sent stuff for the sake of it. Whereas I buy these quite regularly from Boots. I like these, Delilah likes these, which makes me think it's probably a bad idea to put them in here, because she may just keep coming in here asking for them. Pop those things in here. Oh, got a stray bar with chocolate in here. Oh. I got this from Holland & Barrett a couple weeks back. I don't like it. I thought it was going to be like Cadbury's fruit and nuts, but because it's dark chocolate, it's just not got that same vibe. It's usually dark by now and it's still light. This is making me so happy. I actually love the colder weather, but if I could have the colder weather but with the longer days that we have in spring summer, I'd take that. That would be my perfect combination. Got a lot of recycling. That is looking so much better. Can't wait to organise this one, which I'll do when I organise Delilah's crafty bits underneath when I get the boxes. I'm sure this will all have a bit of a rejig when I sort through this stuff, as well as when I bring all my other servingware boards and things. I can't even remember what's in the outhouse. I know there's some jugs and serving boards for sure. I have a habit of overthinking everything, and sometimes it stops you doing that thing, and I think the best thing to do is to just get on and do it. So even though this isn't like perfectly organised, it's gotten somewhere and it's a start. I need hooks for my my apron. I need hooks for these, and that will free up some space here. Here we have some cereals, have tea, some non-alcoholic gin. Back here I've put some cupcake cases, and then in this pot I've put, oh, what do you call them? Cookie cutters. That's the word. I put cookie cutters in there because they're usually all over the place, because Delilah usually gets them out and plays with them. And then we have all our tins looking very neat and organised down here. And we usually have a a backup of mayonnaise and ketchup here. I need to order another mayonnaise because there's nothing worse than running out and then realising you don't have another one. So I always like to have backup. I remembered I have these thing we have under the sink. It came with a few hooks, and we used one of them up here to hang these herbs. I mean, this rosemary here is way past drying, but I've just kept it there because it looks nice. And then we've got some eucalyptus here from our garden, which I cut at Christmas and I didn't use it all, so I popped it there. So I've used another hook to hang these candles. The pink ones I annoyingly cut, so I can't hang them, so I've just popped them. I don't know if you can see there, I've just popped them in the candle holders there. Oh, and I also have these beeswax ones, which I can hang on here. When we first moved in here, we thought about boxing up this whole corner and making a pantry, because that is just one of my dreams. A pantry, and let's shut the door because there's a really noisy plane going overhead. Yeah, a pantry, because it was just the dream when I lived in flats, especially my first flat. Do you remember how small my kitchen was? The kitchen is pretty tiny, but it's only for me. So got like storage up here, and my little oven, and a sink, and a washing machine, and my fridge. I just put my pots and pans up here because there's really like no cupboard space at all. There's this little cupboard down here which I just put cleaning stuff in. I just love having everything out. It just looks decorative and gives a bit of personality rather than it just being cupboards. So I don't think we will end up boxing that up. Something that I do dream of though is having a utility room. In the UK it's very common to have your washing machine and dishwasher, well, dishwasher definitely, but washing machine and tumble dryer. We have a combined washer tumble dryer. It's very normal to have it in the kitchen, and I find a lot of my non-UK viewers find it very strange. We did view a couple of houses that had utility rooms, but I had to remind myself that we can't just buy a house because of a utility room. But one day I would love to have a room that has all the washing stuff in and the washing machine. That would be nice. I'm going to do this mound of recycling, and then because my grandma's coming round for a cuppa, she's getting Delilah for me today, so they'll be here any minute. So I'm going to get these out of the way. I feel like it's been a very productive day. I have filmed a lot. Goodness knows how long this vlog is going to be. If it's not as long as I'm making it out to be, then it's probably because I'm sick of the sound of my own voice and I've got a lot of it out. Right, I need to go take these to the recycling before I drop it. Oh, where are my shoes? Hello.
What's that?
Look what I got you.
What is it?
That's your surprise from me.
What is it?
Shall I show you?
Yeah.
So you have...
Neat. I want
You
a
want
flower.
a flower. You have these special beads that you can stick onto
And I want a heart.
stick onto the flower. There's your heart. Well, should we go put it on the table?
Yeah.
Will this be fun?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Mama! There's lots of bees.
No, you're doing really well.
Like rain.
You know, paper.
Would you like a drink?
I wouldn't mind, darling, because I didn't make long enough.
Got tea or coffee?
I got a peach yogurt and some rain.
This one's full of beans today. Getting a snack for you, aren't we? What are you having?
Grapes and yogurt.
Yeah, grapes and yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yogurt. She's in a lovely mood. Singing to herself, dancing around, happily playing with her new toy, if you can call it a toy. that I got her. These little beads that you pop onto patterns. I don't know what you call those. I never had those as a kid. But I thought they'd be really good to as something to play calmly and keep her focused. It's much later now. I popped Delilah to bed about an hour ago. We've had our dinner and I'm about to run myself a bath because Doug's popped to his parents to use their spin bike in the garage. He's gone to his parents to use their spin bike. Long story short, I shut the door so I don't annoy Delilah. He fell on his lower back at work the other week, which has meant he's not been able to run. As some of you may know, he's been training for a half marathon in March, and he's not been able to run since he hurt his back. He doesn't want to lose the stamina that he's built up since starting to train in December. So we had our dinner. He's gone to go do that. I'm gonna have a bath and then he'll make it back just in time to watch Silent Witness. One house update that I haven't given you guys in this vlog. Can you see that? That is damp. We realised that our gutters were really blocked. Doug went up in a ladder, cleared them all, but it meant, because we've got concrete gutters, it basically just kind of meant that it soaked through the walls. It's all very boring, but basically that's why that happened. Fingers crossed means that won't continue. We're going to sugar soap the walls and paint them with special like some sort of special paint which stops that happening. It's happened in here, and it's happened a little bit in Delilah's room and a little bit in my office. Basically where the gutters are, it's happened, and that popped up so quickly this month, just out of nowhere. I looked up and thought, oh, brilliant. I'm gonna go now because I'm just gonna get in the bath and take my makeup off and watch TV and go to bed. I'm still not quite used to looking in the viewfinder and seeing myself with straight hair. Oh, one last thing before I go, very quick last thing. I had about a month and a half without any spots, I had spots, but no like big cystic ones, nothing like this on my chin. And then yesterday, this one on my chin started to come up and I thought, this is typical. I'm filming tomorrow. I've had a month and a half of pretty amazing skin for me. Now I get spotty again. I can't complain though, it's one spot. The rest of my face is pretty spot free, just a little bit here. I think it's hormonal. I really want my skin to carry on behaving like it has been because it's been amazing. I've been able to leave the house without makeup on and I felt really comfortable. And I honestly think it's because I've been taking a really high dosage of vitamin C. And I genuinely think it helps my skin. I've been doing it for my immune system, but I think it's also had a knock-on effect on my skin, which is amazing. I'm very happy bunny. And that's really it. So thanks for watching the vlog. Next vlog is going to be a weekend vlog. We went to London last Saturday. I ended up not finishing that vlog and I didn't get a huge amount of footage, so I've decided that I'm going to film one day this weekend and put that with that footage and make a bit of a weekend vlog. So that'll be the next vlog. I will see you then.